The worst witch?
1999. I
Yeah.
expect she was like a child actor. God, they really do get in young, don't they?
Don't let them anywhere near the BBC.
Too late.
Right, shall we do our thing?
Yeah, cool.
Cool. So, here's our first episode of Droning On. Because we thought we'd try something new, throw it in there and see what happens.
We've just been to see Star Wars, the new one, Rogue One. I'm going to say it right now, there will be spoilers.
Oh yeah, this is
It's definitely spoilers.
definitely massive spoilers because, midnight release. It's all we're going to fucking talk about, let's be honest.
I'm also going to say there's not going to be another one. Big spoiler there. There's not going to be a sequel.
Well, there is.
A New Hope.
There's not going to be a sequel.
Cool. So I'm Darth Steele, Vinny Steele. And I'd like to introduce yourself.
Connor Patterson. I'm not going to... This is my name.
Yeah, because you're shit.
I'm so good I don't need another name.
Would you like to introduce yourself,
No,
guest?
I'll let you.
Oh, we've got, okay. Well, we've got our Padawan Pikey Pierce here with us today.
Padawan. Yeah, actually,
Yeah, he's one of my band members in a band and my amigo. And also a massive Star Wars fan. So that's why we thought we'd bring him on the show after seeing The Midnight of Rogue One.
It's actually about, what is it, 3 in the morning? Yeah, it's 10 past 3.
Yeah, it's a very late recording today. So, right. I'm going to say it. It was dark as shit.
It was actually,
Like-
surprisingly. It wasn't gory, but there wasn't really much hope.
a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
Considering what the whole thing was about, yeah, there was not a lot of hope.
No, it wasn't. But it's still good, and it ties into the films really well. I think, anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like they needed to make it dark and a lot of deaths to make it fit. Otherwise, you'd just have struggling characters. Where's that character gone? Oh, they just gone.
There's one thing that, with all the Star Wars movies so far, in a sense, they're kind of like superhero movies. They've got a greater force, no pun intended, that comes across, saves the day, and there's always some kind of mystical force that's ruining the day. Whereas this, it didn't have that much to do with the Force or Jedi at all.
Good.
Yeah, which I enjoyed about it. It was just, what are the soldiers doing? What's going on behind the scenes? How is this intel achieved?
Yeah.
How have they got it? So yeah, it's the nice little dark story. And it's also nice to say, and not a joking sense of a spoiler sense, everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Apart from that, the last minute. And then it literally... if you go watch it, which I'd recommend, go watch it, you'll understand the last minute ties into episode 4?
Episode 4.
Yeah.
Episode 4. And literally, the beginning of episode 4 is the last bit of
Yeah,
3.5.
3.5.
They do a CGI Carrie Fisher. They make her look, I would
Young
say,
again.
yeah, kind of hot like she used to. Yeah, the CG in that film was phenomenal.
It's really good, actually.
Like bringing General Tarkin back to life.
His voice as well. He sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
I thought at first they just like, oh, he's really, really old now. They've just put a face on him and used the same voice. But then I thought, actually, no, he's probably dead now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Because he's old as shit. Like,
Yeah, God, it is weird how I did it. And being able to look at a film all the way through it, knowing that it's a 0.5 of a movie, and just being the Peter Griffin, and every time a reference or something comes on screen going, ha, they said it!
they nearly said it as well a couple of times.
Yeah.
The, I can't remember his name, the fucking droid.
K2.
K2, where he's like, I've got a bad, and they're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's Harrison Ford's line. You're not allowed to say that. Oh yeah, K2 brought the comedy.
Yeah, K2 is like the most sarcastic robot, and he wasn't bitchy like fucking C-3PO.
Yeah.
I always thought C-3PO was a bit of a fucking whine.
Who makes a cameo?
Yeah, he's in there, but only because people would have been like, oh, why wasn't he in there?
Yeah, the sass that K2 was given. That's definitely what did it.
Congratulations, you're being rescued. Stop resisting.
I'm definitely going to be using that one in future.
I want it on a t-shirt. That's what I want.
I can guarantee it exists.
I know, it
Somewhere
must
now,
do.
people must
Yeah.
make t-shirts now.
But yeah, you get people that are heavy Star Wars fans, you get people that, they just watch them in their spare time that went to see it tonight. I don't see myself as a ridiculously heavy Star Wars fan, but I know a fair bit. I've watched them over the years, pretty much all my life. Whereas we have Rich here, who has loved it all of his life.
Nerds!
So, from a major fan perspective, what did you think of it as a whole?
It was good. Obviously, they're not going to play on the whole Jedi thing because they got the main film for that. I think this film was more for the adults. I think episodes 7, 8 and 9 will be more kiddie based, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, family friendly.
More Disney, more this is a new Star Wars.
Yeah. I think this was obviously a side one, more for
the older generation that wanted to see that, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a lot of questions at the start of A New Hope, like, obviously that main one. How did they get in that situation? Why is the princess on a military ship with plans? How did that happen? Well, obviously this is a bridge between it.
Well, it's true Star Wars style. We're going to wait a few years before we tell you that, mate.
A few years. When was the first one? 79?
77.
77. A few years. 29 years to be exact.
That's mad.
Wait, is that right?
No.
No. 39 years. No way.
30. Would have been 30 in 2007. Yeah, 39.
39 years.
Nearly
Shit.
40 years
Nearly
from the
40
first
years.
one that they're finally like, well, now we'll finally... Actually, you know what? Maybe it just took him this long to think of something up.
The longest story ever to write.
It's still going. Like,
Still going.
yeah.
They've just finished 8.
Oh,
Just finished making it.
Yeah.
So we won't see that till like 2 years.
Next year.
Is
apparently.
it next year?
Yeah, because they come out every 2 years, and obviously 7 was last December.
There's going to be 3 movies in 6 years, so obviously one came out last year.
So yeah, next year, probably around about this time again, I think, because that's what it was with the first one.
Do you think there's going to be another Star Wars story?
I know they got the young Han Solo being written.
Ah, so it's like a origins story.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're going. It's because Marvel.
Just don't do a Wolverine, please.
Marvel's just really, really popular at the moment, and they're copying their style a little bit. I think if they do that, people will watch it. But I feel like we don't really need to know.
Well, it's hard not to, because Marvel are releasing so many films over such a long period of time. It's hard to watch a movie and not go, oh, Marvel did that, Marvel did this. The only way to do it is probably a horror. Because they're taking a lot of characteristics from other films and then
it's because they work.
adding it as themselves.
It's because they work. That's what it is.
Definitely.
I mean, if they did bring out a Han Solo Origins, I'd definitely go see it. But I wouldn't. It wouldn't be like a priority. It wouldn't be a film that I'd be like, right, we need to see this first before everything else is coming out.
It's one thing that I was surprised he didn't mention as a little reference. The Millennium Falcon or Han Solo was not mentioned, or the Fets. Considering it mentions clones and the Clone Wars, it didn't mention, the prototype clone and what he's doing right now. Or surely a bounty hunter should be somewhere in that universe.
Yeah, but it wasn't really focused on that, was it? It was. I don't think they may have mentioned it like just to briefly tie and bring things into it, but I don't think they brought it. They were like, oh, by the way, Drone Wars. Like, this is where we got her from. And you don't find out who her is or she is until the last minute or so. I literally, that is all it's for, I think, just to say, oh, by the way, we were in the other films. Like,
yeah. And it explains like the ridiculous heavy armor and weaponry that some of these people have.
Yeah.
Clones that got away. Well, how was it that 3 ended? Obviously, you had the clones that went with Order 66. But how did some regain freedom? That's something that isn't brought up a lot. Because, they are made to follow orders, that's their thing. But obviously, some clones have their own will, have their own way. That's why during the rebellion, that one that brought up Jin, that died stupidly fast. What's that actor's name again?
oh,
It's the guy that's been in everything that isn't Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah,
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest.
Forrest Whitaker's actor was, as you'd expect for Forrest Whitaker, just to be wise, well spoken in the sense of, I know what I'm on about, even though I could be talking shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he nailed it across. Like, he was a perfect character. Just a shame that he left the movie so early.
Proper extremist willing to die for the cause. I think he went out the proper way, the way he should have.
Well, they did mention that at the start, didn't they? Like, his extremist ways are getting the Alliance into more trouble than not.
Stop being such fucking fannies. Like,
Politics, just
they
fight
can
back.
blow up planets.
You
Like,
want to
you
be
need
rebels, you know?
Rebels with
Senate ties. It's really complicated, isn't it?
permission slips.
Let's not go into it. Like, you can be a rebel, but only if the government says so.
Yeah. And that is the world that we live in right now. So yeah, Patterson,
Yes.
your best bits.
My best bits. Ooh. I don't think really know. It would be the rescue from K2. That's like that line there. The congratulations, you're being rescued.
Right at the
Love
start of the
that bit.
movie, nice.
And then K2's. I don't want to say it. I don't want you lot to hear it yet because that is too big a spoiler.
Well, spoiler alert, and as we said, everybody dies. That's including droids. So yeah. Oh, police. So joys of having a windowed office. You get to see the lovely joys
There's a
of
lot of them as well.
police. And
It's about kick-out time for the nightclub across the street. So
That's what we get for having a late recording. But yeah, so essentially what I took from that was K2.
yeah, I really like K2.
Yeah, from the first half of the movie was definitely
He was.
The
He
filler.
made the film.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
That first bit.
you know, solid comedy,
Yeah.
just shit sass.
Yeah.
It's like my favourite. There's got to be the monk, the Jedi monk.
Yeah, the Jedi, not Jedi, Force sensitive
Oh yeah,
blind
sorry,
guy.
the
The
Force
blind.
sensitive
Yeah.
monk. Yeah, because it's his character and the, I want to say clone, because he's got a lot of clone characteristics. Basically, he's a guy that's clearly in soldier armor, with a really ridiculously heavy autocannon that's wired into a backpack.
He was also like sent somewhere to guard a temple. Like,
Yeah,
that seems like a very clonish troop movement thing to do.
yeah, guarding the Jedi temple
Yeah.
when there's no Jedis around anymore.
Yeah.
Because this was obviously, they've all been hunted, they've all
Yeah.
dead,
There's like one left. That's
Yeah.
it, pretty much.
which they make reference to,
Yes, they do.
which is good. Oh, I've got a friend. Whose friend? He's been hidden for a while, since the Clone Wars. Oh, I wonder who he could mean. Obi-Wan Kenobi, as they call him. But yeah, yeah, those two guys defending the Jedi Temple. And I've got to say, the main villain.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Not Tarkin, it's the other guy.
General.
No, director.
Oh.
It was definitely director.
I thought it was. General Dratton.
I don't know, click on his picture because he was quite a young guy. I thought it was director something.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, I know you're on
Well,
about.
that's loading up. No, that wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him. It was definitely director. Why is he not in there? He's like, oh, see full cast.
Yeah, basically, this guy, he was the perfect evil.
Yeah.
Like, the evil, it's kind of like the Kylo Ren thing. They're trying so hard to get the job done, to go, look at me, I'm the most evil, cool guy. Please like me, Emperor. But he's clearly fucking up all the time.
No.
No, it's quite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was fairly young.
General Merrick.
No, he was the plane guy.
Yeah, well, it's good to know that he's not even on the IMDb.
I don't know his name, but he's like such an important character. Why is he not there? Director something.
Yeah.
That one?
Richard Cunningham? Nah, too old again.
No.
Got to take that a look. Okay, Google. The director in Rogue One.
He's got a pixel.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you could put director, you're probably director of the film.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. I didn't think that one through.
Someone will know already. It's like,
Yeah, someone's shouting at the podcast right now, like, you're wrong! It's this!
yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah, essentially, that
Main
character.
villain.
He's just like a Kylo Ren. Just trying to impress Daddy, but then fucking up along the way, that it makes him more evil. And it's good to know that he didn't survive as well, just like everybody else.
Everybody.
I liked him more than Kylo Ren. No. I think.
What a guy with daddy issues.
Yeah, that's he's just a bad-tempered man with a fucking lightsaber, whereas this guy had ambitions and motives.
Yeah.
And
I
he,
see that.
I don't know, he was a bit more. like a political bureaucrat enemy. Didn't really care. Just wanted to get further up the chain.
Yeah, that's it. Going into the whole feel of the movie, though, isn't it? Like soldiers' politics.
Yeah.
It isn't just people running around with little glow sticks and pushing people with air. Yeah. So yeah, it's the real war kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, Star Wars Episode 7. Preferences. Which one did you prefer and why?
Ooh.
Because I'm thrown. There's two like cons and pros in each one. I've got to say I enjoyed 7 because of Star Wars is back. Star Wars has these cool references. It's got the main Jedi, Sith. That story is carrying on, even though it was very 4 in a lot of senses.
I liked 7, but Rogue One, I prefer Rogue One. Purely because of how it ties into the story, how it's themed, so it's more troop on troop gunfight as opposed to the Force.
So it's like instead of going into HMV and looking into sci-fi and looking for Star Wars, it's the kind of thing that you wouldn't be surprised if someone slid it into war movies.
Yeah, because it was a war movie with the theme of like the religion of the Force in the background, tying it in, because that's what it is, just a holy war.
Yeah,
the dark side versus the light side.
That's it. And
yeah,
there's just a few priests running around with glow sticks. So, what's your preference?
I prefer 7.
You prefer 7, yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
I just preferred it.
Fair.
I just like 7 because obviously I love Chewie.
Yeah.
Han.
I remember seeing 7 in the cinema actually, and when they cut to the Millennium Falcon, everyone was like, "Fucking yeah!" And we had a moment in work, and there was a guy like, "What's the Millennium Falcon?" And everybody said, "What did you just say?" I said, "What's the Millennium Falcon?" And we stopped doing what we were doing. I was like, "Right, get your phone. This is the Millennium Falcon." She's like, "I don't get it." It's like, "Well, you're going to watch all of the Star Wars films."
And that's the day she lost her job.
No, she's actually really good at her job, so.
Alright, disciplinary. But yeah, it's...
See, I grew up with Star Wars, and that's just... I just remember seeing those characters when I was young. And yeah, I just...
Fair.
Oh, this guy's older than us. So yeah, he's seen things.
See, yeah, because I went through... I watched Star Wars. My first ever Star Wars that I seen was like episode...
Don't mention 1. Don't say episode 1.
No, it wasn't 1, because I watched it like a Christmas special when I was like 7, because it was just on and my mum was watching it, and it was like it wasn't in any of them. I think it was like 5 or something. I was like, this is cool. I ended up watching them all back through the proper way, don't worry. But I get it, but to me it's just a cool set of films. I quite like Rogue One because it sets it up for me.
There's only been a few films in my time which have warranted a applauding finish.
That one did, yeah.
Yeah, like it was great going to a midnight release for a Star Wars movie. Like when I went to see 7, there was no applause, but this one,
I did in the midnight release.
There's always one.
Oh, there was a few applause.
God damn it!
It might have been in different screens or something.
Yeah, possibly, but yeah, there was an applause for Rogue One.
It was short, and
warranted.
some cunt behind us was like, "Boo, fuck you."
Well, that was it. One of the main facts of this, when the runtime was revealed, is that it's the second shortest Star Wars movie, just behind, or in front, depending how you look at things, The Empire Strikes Back, with a runtime of 2 hours and 13 minutes.
Which is still a hefty time, but it didn't need to be long. It did everything that it set out to do.
Yeah, it could have.
I feel like if it had a bit more, because if you think about the first half was filler, and it was all setting it up, and then K2 carried it. Like, if you imagine if that was like 10 minutes longer,
yeah,
it would have got boring.
Definitely.
Like,
yeah, because K2 carried it, and it's like, how much sass can a robot bring?
While it was good and it was interesting to watch, the main bits were the last 45 minutes. I feel like don't let that put you off going to see it, but just be aware that it's not from the moment you start. People are fucking shooting and blasting ships in the sky, which I really like. I like the
space combat scene.
Yeah,
There were
Again,
Amazing.
when most people die. It was great. Oh, the good guys are going to get away because their plans have been succeeded.
Where
No.
the Admiral, and you're like, Akbar?
Yeah.
No.
No, it wasn't Akbar.
Just looked like him.
A giant destroyer comes in, doesn't shoot the fleet down, it charges into them.
I'd like a small ship to just hit it, please.
Yeah, the way that they took down the shield, that was
It was cool.
that was weird. That was a good use of ships seen in the previous Star Wars.
Resources.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the Hammerhead ships. Like, shit, we've seen that in a few Star Wars previously. Oh yeah, let's just slam it into a destroyer, which will go into another destroyer, which will crash into a planet.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah. Well, let's be honest, that was kind of obvious.
Sorry, we can.
But yeah, I haven't seen a applauding finish since last time I had sex. No, I haven't seen an applauding finish since Deadpool.
I know this is my first ever midnight release because I'm usually working. Yeah, but no, it was good. I didn't clap because I don't clap for anything. But it was
Very
good.
hard man to please.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm going to take back from it.
Darth Vader was a badass, isn't it?
They made Darth Vader look really fucking badass.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
at the
he
very
was
end.
not that fast in episode 4, 5, and 6. He just
But
made
he's
it
fresh,
faster.
isn't he? He's just been healed. He's got out the bath, the big steamy bath.
Oh yeah,
It was a bit sauna, yeah.
Yeah.
straight out the sauna
From
into the latex suit.
It wasn't even pickled, it was one of the two.
Robo pickles. Jesus. But yeah, I'm definitely going to say, see it.
Yeah.
If you've watched this without seeing it, and
So we spoiled it.
we said it at the start, there's going to be spoilers, and you've ruined Christmas for yourself.
See it anyway, because it's still really good, and
It's
we
an
haven't
experience.
covered everything. Yeah.
It's definitely a visual experience. There's a lot of stuff that I'd like to mention that I know I can't remember right now, but I'll remember later.
I'm
But
definitely going to
see
design
for yourself.
a K2 t-shirt, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely on the run, like with Funko Pops.
Oh yeah, definitely
As
get
well.
a K2 one of them.
There's
Oh,
going to be a line.
Yeah.
Definitely. Cool, right. So,
That'll be
what have we got tonight? That's our first episode time done.
20 minutes exactly.
Yeah, droning
much.
on. We wouldn't mind doing more, maybe doing it every week or so.
Let's
We'll
not
talk
be
about gaming in future because we're a gaming channel, but motherfucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's really not to.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll try and do this regular. If you like it, if you watch us. Please like, subscribe, share, get your cat to watch it, get him to go in the streets and
Alright.
yeah, Lemmy will do it. See, he'll get his cat to do it, why won't you? But yeah, cool. Thank you for watching Droning On with Drone Party, Connor Patterson, Vinny Steele, and our guest Pikey Pierce. See you again soon.
Cheers.
Peace!
Stop saying peace, you weirdo. That was alright. That was good, that.